take a picture with Lee. No, he didn't pick me up hitchhiking. So you can have a picture with his dad, but not him. I don't see Lee. He's not in there. Oh, and I threw out the package too. Where's Lee? Where's my man? Lee's gone, everyone. Lee has left the building. Oh well. We're hitchhiking then. Lee! Why did you leave us, Lee? I had to tell you about my extreme Snickers. I like their buttons for crossing the street here. They tell you to wait. As a bum, how do you charge your phone? When people invite me over to their place, or I've spent a few nights in some form of paid accommodation on this trip, I'll recharge overnight. Because yeah, I got lots of big batteries that I need to charge. They take like a full night to recharge, so. No, we're not in Los Alamos, we're in somewhere else. I don't know where we are. Yeah, we're about 2 exits further. We've had really short rides today, which I don't mind. I like the short rides. It's fun for me. We haven't gotten very far. That's okay. 3 rides, probably like maybe 30 miles in total. That's okay. Yeah, and that's kind of been my motto. Even early on this trip, I've voluntarily gotten out of rides early. They could have taken me further, but I wanted to get out early so I could get more rides in. So yeah, I do like the shorter, quicker rides. Meeting new people, getting into new cars. That's the fun part of hitchhiking for me. So yeah, I like the short rides. Who are you? Who? I really want to know. Here we go, guys. On ramp. Oh, it's one of the sign ones. That's annoying. We've got to stand before this sign. Damn it. Alright, well, we're hitchhiking here then. This is now a hitchhiking stream once again. So sit back, relax. We'll try and catch a ride out of here. We're flying our south sign. That seems to be the most efficient sign we've used. Are we all okay? This is the thing I hate the most about this backpack. Is everyone okay? I thought I was gonna knock over the whole thing and I'm like, no! Stay. Stay. Well now. Actually, let's go a little further back. Stay. Come here. All right. Stay. See that right there? I'm not walking past that sign, so it's legal. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Haven't been on the stream for a while. I'm glad to see you growing. Yeah, it's yesterday happened. We had a crazy ride, and apparently everyone found the channel. So yeah, thanks for coming back, Nivlak. Good to see you, my man. I remember you from before. Yeah. The ride with the vampire guy was like, what, 2.5 hours? Yeah, I messed up the paperwork. And I'm an accounting major. I'm supposed to be good at paperwork. I was just excited because I got affiliate in 7 days, and I'm like, yay! But I fucked it up. I'm turning down the brightness because my battery's depleting. Hopefully that maintains with a lower screen brightness. So 1 centimeter over sign is legal. I don't know, that's the way I interpret it. Oh, this is actually like a perfect temperature right here. It's actually beautiful. I think I'm in love. California's been nice to me. Weather-wise, at least. Actually, in all ways, really. So, I'm in a good mood. Summer all year round. Yeah, from what I've heard, this area is like the most temperate all year, both in winter and summer. It's not that hot in the summer, and it's definitely not cold in the winter, so it's just livable. They're fully loaded. That's why I gave up my sign pretty quickly. Yeah, I know. I can't go past that sign. Yeah, with this trip, like maybe on my old hitchhiking things, I might walk past that sign, and you just play dumb tourist if the cops say something. But I'm live streaming this. This is on a website where they probably don't want me live streaming something that would be considered illegal. So right here is fine. Right back there is not. Yeah, pick up the sign and move it down. That's why the homeless flock to LA. Neon Trail. I call you Trail, but is it Neon Tray? Neon Tray. How's it going, my man? Good to see you in chat. So next time just look to the left of you and you have video proof you didn't see it. Well, ignorance is not a defense in a legal court. You can't say, I didn't know, officer. I'm trying to keep things by the book as possible. Wouldn't that be nice? I didn't know I couldn't kill that man. Yes, not a murderer in South. Earlier we were going like this. Wait, we were going, yeah, like this. I was like, doom, and then I'd switch. Yeah, you see me bending over right here? That's actually showing my my skin, you know, just trying to look attractive. It really helps me get a ride. Yeah, I'm legally blind. I'm a blind hitchhiker, I just didn't know. I go by the sounds of the road. It worked for Hillary Clinton. I don't know anything about that stuff. Traffic's kind of slow. That's okay. My god, dog can't read the signs, but he ran off anyway. Alright, chat. It's 5:44 p.m. here. What time do you think I'll get picked up at? Winner gets bragging rights. I don't have anything else to offer other than bragging rights, so winner gets bragging rights. What do we think? Never. Alright, that's good. It's a good start. 6:03. Yeah, okay. Just like 20 minutes. 5:50. Oh, pretty quick. 6:25. Okay, yeah. 8:04. We're getting close to dark then. 6:05, 6:20, 6:50, 1 a.m. I'll be giving up long before 1 a.m. 6:09. Alright, people seem to be in the 6-ish range, give or take. 5:50. 6 minutes, okay, yeah, okay, 6:12. Alright, people seem pretty optimistic in general, except for the few of you that are saying 1 a.m. or never. I like your optimism. I'm optimistic. Albeit, I don't really mind waiting, I'm a patient person, so I don't mind too much. But I like your optimism, everyone. We'll have to look back at this. If one of you is right, we'll have to call you out. Okay, I thought they were turning now, but they're not. How long you streaming for tonight? I don't know. In general, like in my life, I don't know either. Is that a little cloud in the sky? Over there? It's the moon. You're making me look crazy looking up at the sky. Imagine the bike picked you up. Yeah, I've never got a ride on a motorcycle. Coyotes leave people alone for the most part. I don't have anything tasty in my bag, so they're not gonna bother me. I've camped outside a lot. Yeah, we're hitchhiking to the moon, actually. That's when I'm going like that, I'm trying to get up there. Where I pointed up there, the moon, yeah. Playing an instrument. No, I don't. I'm not very musically talented, and I haven't put in the effort to make myself musically talented. Saw a few clips, thought you'd throw a follow. This is really cool. Appreciate that, Nitrox. I couldn't see the first part of your name because my lens blocks the first part of the most recent messenger. Orkin Nitrox. Thank you for following. Appreciate it. Hope you enjoy your time here. We've been picked up 33 times in the past 15 days. I've had a great time hitchhiking around the United States of America. Prior to this, I've done a lot of hitchhiking in other places all around the world. I hitchhike because I like it. I'm not hitchhiking just because I think it would be like interesting content. If I wasn't live streaming it, I'd still be hitchhiking. So welcome to kind of my passion, my hobby for the past 4 years. I find it really fun. She mouthed, sorry. To the moon! Alright, we're coming up to like, I think we've already passed some people's guesses, but not many. Most people were kind of, the earlier ones were kind of around the 550 mark. So we're already kind of, some people are losing already. It's like free Uber. Yeah. It's like unplanned ride sharing. You know how cities always want you to ride share to get cars off the road? That's me. Oh, that was a good lineup of cars. People were quite friendly. People were like at least like kind of smiling and nodding at you. A few people waving, so that's nice. You plan to hitchhike on every continent. After we do hitchhiking America, we're doing hitchhike Antarctica. That's content. It's a lot of cars. Go buy your own car. I just like hitchhiking. I like the unknown nature of it. I had a car. I sold my car to do this. Weird, maybe? Fun? In my opinion, yes. Longest it's taken me to get a ride is about 8 hours, maybe 8.5 hours out of Fort Nelson, British Columbia, headed north eventually towards Inuvik last winter. Cold. Do you play golf? I do not play golf. Just buy your own car. No. Anyone ever creep you out? Yes, that's why I screen my drivers. I talk to them before I get in. People were creeped out yesterday about Vampire Dude. If you want to check that out, there's a clip above. Apparently a lot of people saw it because it was posted on Reddit. And he said that he, like, you know, sucked some person's blood without their permission. A lot of people were weirded out by that. I thought it was funny. Whoa, a bus. A big bus. Ever have romance from pickup? No comment. Everybody picked up by someone in a really nice car. Nice cars, but not like really nice. We're not talking like exotic sports cars. Like, I think I said earlier, my nicest car was like a really high-end Audi, but not like an R8 sports car Audi, just like a really classy one. I've been picked up in different like weird vehicles. Like probably the most expensive vehicle I've been picked up in is a Lithuanian military like Humvee type vehicle, or like armored personnel carrier, but not with tracks, just wheels. That probably cost the government a lot of money. Did you try Not a? I did. I gave Not a Murder about 30 minutes, and then I was doing the sign flip. I did this for a while. So Not a Murder, so they get both signs. Have you ever got laid from hitchhiking? You hitchhike enough, everything will happen. Ever tried to kidnap you? No. I've never had a problem with anyone I've gotten to the car with as far as me feeling unsafe. And that's in over 700 rides, so I've had a good experience with it. Do you carry anything for self-defense? Not really. I do have a knife, but I use that for cutting cardboard. Yeah, not too much traffic, but that's okay. I'm not in a rush. Hopefully you guys aren't in a rush. I'm having a good time. You gotta find out. See, the thing is, I've tried to be in relationships while I'm on hitchhiking trips doing this thing. It doesn't work very well. I think for pretty obvious reasons. So, I'm not in a place in my life where I should have a long-term relationship. No one's ever done the gas, grass, or ass rule of hitchhiking. You get to see a lot of places. I do. I've hitchhiked in 25 countries. I've seen a lot of places. Met a lot of people. It gets funner when the sun goes down. When the sun goes down, I won't be hitchhiking anymore. I only hitchhike during the day. You can be my lover. If you want to be my lover, you gotta get with my friends. But then we can make it last forever. Okay? If the sun goes down, yeah, I'll camp on some public land somewhere in my tent, but I will not stream that. I don't live stream my camping process. I keep that private. What's the best sunset rise you've ever seen? The sunset when I was sitting on the ridge of the Cliffs of Moher in Ireland was spectacular. That's probably up there. That's like right up there. That's the one. Sunrise? I don't know. We want to camp. You guys can't come with me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys. Have you ever farted in a ride? Of course. Like, the longest I've driven with someone is over 3 days. You can't hold it in for 3 days. I'm 23. Sir Dirk. Ever hitchhiked with other people? Only a few times. I've tried with 2 guys, it's really slow. A few times I've had girls come with me just for them to like pretty much knock something off their bucket list, just to try hitchhiking. One guy, one girl's a good combo. You go pretty quick. I think people see you as a couple, so they feel like safe with that. Whereas 2 guys, they find that intimidating, I think. So. But I've only done that maybe 5 times in my life, 5 trips. And those are all short. For a Snickers bar and something for dinner. Thank you for your dedication. Neon Trail, or Trey. Thank you so much, man. You've donated quite a bit over the past few days. That helps me out a ton. Like that's on like a medium day, that's my whole day's expenses. So thank you so much. That's amazing. Thank you for your support. I do appreciate that so much. Gracie loves news. Hey, how are you? I'm doing excellent. I'm waiting for my 4th ride of the day. I'm having a great day. You camp nude, don't you? Sometimes. I wear as little clothes as I can because the less I'm wearing them, the less they'll like be around me and maybe smell less. I don't have a problem with being I'm not a never nude, we'll call it that. Where am I exactly? Central California. I actually don't know where I am. Somewhere south of Santa Maria, somewhere north of LA. Do I got a jar of peanut butter in my bag? No, I did do that in Europe. It's kind of hard to find peanut butter in Europe sometimes. Unless you're in the Netherlands, they like peanut butter. Dutch people like peanut butter, but in a lot of Europe, people don't eat peanut butter, or at least I couldn't find it. It was difficult. Showers. When I can. If people invite me over, if I pay for accommodation. Longest I've gone this trip is about 4 days without a shower. Why do you hitchhike? I hitchhike because I really enjoy it. I like the unknown nature of it. To me, every day is an adventure. I meet a lot of really cool people. I do it because I like it. Maybe that's weird, but I honestly just like hitchhiking. And if I wasn't live streaming this, I'd still be hitchhiking. you guys just wouldn't see it. Truck stop, $8 showers. Everyone's telling me that. I've never used a truck stop shower. Maybe that's surprising with all the hitchhiking I've done, but do cops bother you? No. Sometimes they'll pull over and just see what I'm up to, check for warrants. I just try to be nice to them, and they seem to be nice enough to me. Like I don't know, just tough, but they've been fair enough to me. No sub button? Yeah, we reached affiliate a long time ago, but it's kind of in limbo. I might have screwed up on something, and now it has to wait for it to like process some weird thing. Truck stop showers are super nice, I bet. How are you? Have you ever met famous people? I've not met anyone famous. No. Maybe I'll get, this is like near LA, maybe I'll get picked up by someone famous. Everyone famous lives in this area, right? Have you ever hopped a train? No. I'd kind of like to. I just don't want to do it on my own for the first time. My theory behind that is if you mess with the train and you screw up, you're going to die. The train is going to win every single time. Train doesn't give a fuck. So I don't want to do it alone, and I try to practice some risk management, and I don't know how to hop a train until I do it. Be picked up within 15 minutes, hopefully. So you live like a rich homeless person? If you want to call it that. You can call it anything you want. Trains are slow, yes they are. Well, freight trains are. Some trains are fast, but yeah, a lot of them are slow. Do you ever think about less crazy ways to seek thrills? I really don't think hitchhiking is as dangerous as you think it is. How do you know if someone's going to pull over? Well, they just point to... Well, you can usually see them starting to slow down before they even like pass you, and then they kind of swerve over. So usually I can tell, but sometimes I've had people pull over and I didn't even notice until I did a proper shoulder check. So when you're hitchhiking, give the occasional shoulder check. Do you ever stay in campgrounds? Rarely, because... one sec. To me, it doesn't make sense to pay, you know, $20 for a 10 by 10 square of grass. There's plenty of perfectly fine grass and roots and rocks that I can set down my camp. So all I'm doing is sleeping. I set down my tent after night, and I take it down first thing in the morning. I follow the leave no trace principles. I don't have a campfire. I don't leave any trash behind. I don't cut down any trees or anything like that. All I'm doing is sleeping there. And to me, it doesn't make sense to pay for, you know, a few square feet of grass. There's a whole lot of free land out there. Not free, but like unoccupied land. Well, it's not dangerous till it is. I've done it in 25 countries. I've been picked up over 700 times. I haven't had a problem with it. Call it what you like. I've had an amazing time doing it. Is it more dangerous than taking a bus, plane, or train from point A to point B? Absolutely. Is it as dangerous as people make it out to be? No. And if you practice a little bit of risk management, talk to your drivers before you get into the vehicle, that kind of stuff, I think it's actually a pretty safe way of traveling. Do you consider yourself a nomad? I've never thought about that. I don't know. I've never called myself a nomad. I get that, but I also want to support National States Parks. I get that too, and I would like to support National States Parks, but I can't afford to be paying for accommodation every night. Maybe it's statistically not more dangerous though. Like, it's probably more dangerous than taking a plane. It's guaranteed to be more dangerous than taking a plane, because you are dealing with strangers, and driving's dangerous in general. Yeah, I don't think it's as dangerous as people make it out to be. Most memorable experience? It's a tough question. I'll have to answer that in a bit. It would just take a while to answer that. Brother, 200 plus views. Yesterday you had 80. The day before I had 15. So past couple days have been big. Do you have a gun? Yes. No, I do not. I do not have a gun. My first time ever shooting a gun was on day 1 of Hitchhiking America. Some guy from Washington offered to take me out shooting, so I did. I shot my first 2 guns. I shot a .22 pistol and a .22 rifle, and it was a great time. And I thought that was a hilarious way to welcome me into the United States. Welcome to America, let's go shoot some guns. What do you tell someone, like on this trip, I've declined 1 ride from someone that I wasn't comfortable with getting into the car. How that happened is I opened the door, I talked to them before I get in, so I said, hey, how's your day going? He looked at me, he's like, do you want to ride or not? I said a couple things, but at the end of it, how I turned it down was I said, based off of how this interaction has gone, I'm gonna wait for the next ride. Thanks for stopping. Shut the door. He glared at me, he drove away. Definitely not flying commercial flying is the safest way to travel. Yeah, it is. And it's going to be more dangerous than just driving your own car, just because of the unknown nature of it. Like, you are dealing with strangers, stranger danger. But people aren't as bad as people make them out to be. The average human being is a decent person, and they mean no harm to anyone else. There's always been evil or shitty things in this world, and there always will be. But it's rare. Oh, I got a ride. Let's see if she's okay with the camera, everyone. Hey.
Hi.
How's it going?
Good.
Whereabouts you headed to? Okay. Now I'm documenting the process of hitchhiking, so this is being recorded. Is that something you're comfortable with in your car? I don't have to point it at you, but just recording in the car? Sure. Back in the back seat?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I really appreciate you grabbing me.
Yeah, I'm Sigrid.
Trevor. Sorry. Weird change. Yeah, it's kind of an awkward shoulder, but I'm technically not supposed to be past that sign that says no pedestrians.
Nice,
Yeah.
So tell me, what's up?
I'm from Canada.
Okay.
I've been hitchhiking down the west coast the past 15 days, and now I'm here. The whole purpose of this trip is, well, prior to this trip, I've hitchhiked in 25 countries. I've been picked up over 700 times. And I wanted to show the world what hitchhiking is like. So this is a live stream, so there's people watching as we go.
Okay.
I'm showing them the process of hitchhiking, what it's like as it happens. They can talk to me, ask questions. I can talk back to them, answer questions. And I've had a great time so far.
Great.
Yeah, so I really appreciate you grabbing me.
What's motivating it?
What's motivating it?
Yeah, what's motivating all this?
I've just had a great time hitchhiking the past few years, and I think it has a bad reputation that I don't think is necessarily warranted. Like, yes, bad things have happened, but bad things have happened doing almost anything in life. So I think it has a bad rap, and I want to show people that it's not really what they think it is, or at least it can be better than they think it is. Hitchhiking is kind of what you make of it. I try to present myself well, so that people are more comfortable picking me up. I get around pretty quickly. Don't have to wait too long usually.
Yep.
Yeah. So I think it's a really fun way of traveling. It's a social way of traveling. I get to meet people. Like, this is my 4th ride of the day. You're in our cars meeting new people all day.
Yeah.
So that's kind of unique. It makes getting from point A to point B more of an adventure rather than just a slog, just getting there. Sorry. Okay. Santa Barbara, everyone. What made you decide to pick me up?
First of all, you're presentable.
Yep.
And didn't look.
Yeah. So you'd have more time to look at me and make that decision and check something.
Sure.
Just don't want to scare you by reaching back into my backpack. I understand we just met each other.
Yeah, no, you're good.
Alright.
And then I guess my other thought was, I'm actually going far enough as to be useful.
As far as Santa Barbara from here? So.
Probably half an hour.
Half an hour. I think Santa Barbara will probably be my final destination for the day. I'm not sure. Once the sun goes down, we still got 2 hours of sunlight, I think. But I don't hitchhike at night. It's one of my rules.
Yeah.
I have a few rules with hitchhiking. Hitchhiking at night is one of them. Talking to my drivers before I get into the car with them is another one of them. So that's, yeah, when I open the door, just a few general questions. You can usually tell pretty quickly if someone's a little bit crazy. So.
And so you said you traveled all over the country, or actually all around the world?
Yep. 25 countries. A lot of those numbers comes from Europe. A lot of countries in a small area. But yeah, I've hitchhiked across Canada 4 times, all around Europe, across Russia, Japan, Australia, now the US.
So that was my third reason is my husband, when he was your age, that's how he got around through Europe and USSR when it was USSR.
Yeah.
And
wait, your husband hitchhiked in the USSR when it was?
Yeah, a little bit.
Wow. And is he an American?
Yeah.
Wow.
China, just all over.
That's impressive.
A big part of how he his experience and became part of his ethic. So
yeah. So does he pick up hitchhikers?
A lot more than I do,
yeah.
Obviously, for obvious reasons.
It's actually really interesting to me. I'd kind of like to meet because he's just been hitchhiking in places in a time where things, I don't know, from my view or like knowledge on history was very different. Very different.
Yeah, I think most of his travel in the Soviet Union was that Trans-Siberian Railroad.
Yeah.
Took that
okay.
over to China.
Yeah, I hitchhiked across Russia from the Latvian-Russian border to Vladivostok in 2015, which I think was a unique experience. Just the language barrier was such that I couldn't really connect with the drivers picking me up that much, and I had like, I think that's like 7,000 miles, 6,000 something, 6,500 miles, something like that. It's like 10,000 kilometers to get across Russia.
Yeah.
So it took a while, and I couldn't talk with them, which takes a little bit out of it because one of the things I like most about hitchhiking is meeting the drivers, meeting the different types of people that pick you up. Not to like stereotype or anything like that, but women driving by themselves don't pick up hitchhikers that often. I think maybe that's like maybe 10% of my rides is a girl picking me up. Actually, we've had 2 today though. So when you actually did pull over, I'm like, oh, awesome.
And do you, is there a different experience in Canada? Is there a different kind of
with hitchhiking
like
compared to the United States?
Yeah, does the community respond differently?
I think it's kind of similar to the United States, albeit the West Coast here I've heard is the best hitchhiking in the U.S. And I find that kind of similar to Canada. I get around really quick in Canada. Usually I'm going on the Trans-Canada Highway and I get really long rides. But on purpose on this trip I'm taking, the state highways rather than the interstate because I like the quick short rides, getting in and out of cars, meeting different people. That's the funnest days for me, and I think it's also the most entertaining for people that are watching and curious what hitchhiking is like, is getting in and meeting a new person and doing that all over again a few times a day. So that's what we've been doing. This is ride number 34 on the trip. All but one of those have been live streamed. Yeah.
Do you know much about Santa Barbara?
I know nothing about Santa Barbara. Is there anything I should, like?
Oh, it's a sweet little, or medium-sized coastal California city.
Yeah.
Gorgeous weather like this most of the time.
Yep.
We are recovering from a couple of, or a series of rapid disasters that hit us all quite in a row. So
okay.
we had a significant fire this summer that was just
past
in
summer.
these back hills.
Yeah, I heard about that or saw on the news about that the other.
And then we had a fire start on December 4th, which is unusual. We're usually out of fire season by then. So,
Yeah.
And that turned into the largest wildfire in California history.
Yeah.
Largest and most expensive. And then while that was still burning, it was largely contained. And
Yeah.
by now we were shortly after Christmas, and many people, 30,000 people had been evacuated from
Yeah.
For, gosh, 10 or 11 days, which was unprecedented.
For closing this
Yeah,
road.
so by
It's a
far
major artery.
the worst disaster. We're still, if you spend any time in Santa Barbara, you'll stumble into the pockets of loss.
Yeah.
We're still recovering.
So the city, like itself, not just the outskirts, like the city itself got hit pretty hard by this?
It was a particular community called Montecito.
Yeah.
Which is on the south end, and that suffered the greatest loss, although that's where the deaths were.
Oh, okay.
And the loss of property.
Yeah.
So that was definitely the epicenter, although the combined kind of economic impacts from the fire and the mudslide and the Highway 101 closure knocked out a bunch of our small businesses and
Yeah.
really had an economic toll that we're still calculating.
Wow.
But we're also about to hit the most beautiful part right up here.
Gem,
Really
California.
beautiful.
Yeah. I don't think there's been any place where I'm like, it's always been, this whole trip has been quite a beautiful ride.
Now we're gonna hit the ocean right
Yeah.
here. Oh,
There,
very
going over the ridge.
I know you've got a project to do, but if you get time to stay a day or two, this is probably I've traveled all around the world as well, and probably one of the most spectacular.
What do you do for work, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm a executive director for a regional nonprofit environmental organization.
Oh, okay. That's really interesting.
Spend most of our time, actually, right now, trying to prepare for some of these climate changes that I'm talking about. It's really hard to, you look out here and you're like, gosh, it's a perfect 72 degrees and could not be more beautiful, and it's all true. But we are also starting to experience some of those changes, and there's some threats that were. In fact, I just came from a conference. That's where I picked you up. I just came from a conference.
Okay.
Where we're talking about that.
Yeah.
Some of those threats.
So through climate change, that the climate's kind of changing in more extreme weather, both storms, droughts.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So there's basically, California has identified 6 major threats. Hotter days.
Yeah.
Fewer cool nights, which those are combined, but they're separate things.
Yeah.
So you don't have as much recovery time.
Yeah.
You've got increased wildfire risk, which we've just experienced.
Yeah, for
In
sure.
fact, all of this area burned 2 summers ago.
All these hills here. Yeah.
It's a different fire. Changes in precipitation, so we might still see the same amount of precipitation in our state, but it comes in a different form. So, like you just said, longer droughts, and it's more extreme. It's more extreme rainfall.
Yep.
And then sea level rise. So, and if you combine sea level rise, which is kind of more slow moving, but you combine that with like an occasional one of these microbursts, or sometimes they're called rain bombs, like these storms that come in, it'll push the sea up into low-lying areas, and then the last one was decrease in snowpack, so a little less of an issue for Santa Barbara.
Yeah, that's quite a few issues that are kind of facing all.
But for us, and you'll notice it as you travel through Santa Barbara, you get into Santa Barbara proper, it's really narrow, so the mountains come down basically just to a little, then there's a little strip, and then there's the ocean. So you have sea level rise pushing on one end, storm surge, and then you have mountains.
Okay.
You have
Yeah.
wildfire
Okay,
risks,
yeah.
mudslides. So all of our critical infrastructure, including the highway, the railroad track, which is right there. You can see it.
Yeah, I saw the train go by actually a couple minutes ago, going that way.
Yeah. The airport, wastewater treatment, desal plant, everything that you need for a healthy community is like right in the danger area. So maybe that's what's on my mind today. That's what I've been.
You had your conference.
That's what we've been
so
talking
you talked about that all
like
day.
and, and most of those threats are probably within my lifetime, if definitely in yours.
Yeah.
For our region. So anyway, that's what's on my mind.
For sure. And that's interesting to me because I'm not from the area, so I do like to get a little bit of local knowledge about what's going on in the communities I'm passing through. I usually don't stay places too long, but I do like to learn about different places as I go. So this is all interesting to me. So I don't feel like I know this is your specialized knowledge, but this is interesting to me. So thank you for your information, because I didn't know almost all of what you're telling me about. I had heard about the forest fires, but other than that, I just I'm not educated on the current problems they're facing here. Yeah. Now with the geography you told me about with the mountains and then a small flat strip and then the ocean, I'm guessing that's not too good because I live in a tent. That's not the best, because mountainside, not the best, and then a small developed area downtown. You can't really go there. Guess my options would be beach or get out of town.
Oh, are you talking about where to pitch your tent?
Yeah, have you even any insider knowledge on that?
I'm passing. The thing is, well, it's a Monday. You might be able to. I'm gonna, we're passing Refugio State Beach right now, so there's permitted camping if you can get a site.
Yeah.
So I'm happy to pull in there. And then there's one after that called El Capitan.
Oh, okay.
We're still north. Santa Barbara proper.
Not really.
Get a site, but it's Monday, so maybe.
Now, I'm not sure what your opinion on this would be, is just historically with my hitchhiking, I try to spend as little money as possible. I try to avoid private land, but usually where I set up my tent is just some public land in essentially, the campsite there. In like some woods and some bushes somewhere. I follow the leave no trace principle. I set up my tent after the sun goes down. I take it down at very first light in the morning. I don't leave any trash. I don't have any campfires. Not sure what your opinion on that would be, but
I don't have so much an opinion on it. Because if you can get away with it, fine. It's more. I don't know that Santa Barbara's
has anything like that.
Well, we have a homeless population, so they're tucking in into certain
already
places.
They're on their little tucked away places.
But in terms of available locations, I don't know.
Okay.
When you turn the camera off, I'll give you other information on that. But yeah.
Okay.
That's a pretty shot.
Oh yeah, we should spin her around here. Yeah, so finished high school, then I went right to college. My major is accounting and finance. I did a couple years of that, and I just didn't feel like finishing my program and getting my chartered professional accountancy designation and starting my real career right away. I wanted to see the world a little bit before I get a real job, which might come with real responsibilities. I'm guessing, once I had a real job, you might end up with a dependent or two, a wife, kids. And then you can't just do what I'm doing right now.
Adventure.
Yeah, I've been doing it for 4 years. It's
You picked an interesting time to travel through the U.S. You kind of lost your minds a little bit, or lost your way. But...
Yeah, and whenever I see anything about the U.S. in media or anything like that, is like things are going crazy. But I think people have changed that much. Like a lot of the politics stuff going on is absolutely insane and so polarized. Everyone seems to, it seems like it's crazy, but at its core, people haven't really changed that much. I've had a great time.
That's my
Yeah.
So I think that, so I just, over the weekend, we just held a major event. Earth Day actually started here in Santa Barbara. In 1969, we had a huge oil spill just off of our coast, and in a minute, if you look out there, it's very foggy.
Oh, like way down there, yeah.
If you look out, you can see these oil platforms, but not really. It's very too foggy.
Yeah, they're pretty far out with the fog.
There's maybe a dozen or so. Well, anyway, one of those blew out in 1969 and covered this whole area in oil.
Yeah.
And then, following that, a number of dignitaries came to witness that, and out of that, one of those visits came this idea for a national Earth Day. And so Santa Barbara held the first one, as well as other communities around the country. Anyway, in Santa Barbara, we continue that every year because we do consider ourselves the birthplace, and so we did that event last weekend, about 35,000 attendees.
Yep.
And my point was, I actually think when you turn off the TV, and get, especially the way in which we get our media screened to us, it's very, it's set up to seem more divisive than we are.
Yeah, I
actually,
agree.
people are completely capable of assembling like 35,000 people assembling. We had, no incidences, nobody had lost their minds.
Yeah.
Every year, people are at their core really civil and.
I totally agree with that.
I do think the media is like.
I agree, and the media is really polarized, and like whichever one you watch just like feeds you what you want to hear on that side of the whatever spectrum. But
I had an experience April. I went down to, just prior to our Earth Day. I went down to Dallas, Texas, which was claiming to have the biggest Earth Day in the country, and they might. And I went down to meet with Billy there and some people down there. And while I was there, I had this one little window, like a 45 minutes, and I went and got a pedicure. And while I'm sitting in the spa in Dallas, Texas, every spa station has a TV, and they're all set to Fox News, which in and of itself, you'd never, not only the Fox News, but you just would never see something like that here. And, so I'm sitting there, and all the TVs are set to Fox News, and clearly something's happening.
Yeah.
So I put the headsets on and I listen, and it was a big story. Bill O'Reilly was getting fired from Fox News.
Oh yeah, that. Yeah.
And then I left the headsets on for a few more minutes, maybe 10 minutes. And by the time of it, I was, oh my god, I'm so stressed out. No wonder you guys are so stressed out.
Yeah.
And I need a massage to get over watching the news.
And when people talk about hitchhiking, I'm like, you grew up your whole life being told you shouldn't hitchhike, you shouldn't pick up a hitchhiker, and anything you've ever heard in media about hitchhiking is so negative. I don't think anyone's ever heard anything positive about hitchhiking in their whole life. It's the same kind of thing. Everything, you have it just drilled into your brain that is a bad idea, that's a dangerous thing to do. You shouldn't have anything to do with that. But everyone telling you not to do it hasn't actually done it. They don't have the experience.
Right.
But yeah, as with anything, bad stuff has happened in the past, but statistically, the chances of something bad happening are very small. And actually, I think you guys keep me safe, because when I got in, I asked if you were comfortable with being recorded, and if someone had any really bad intentions, they would not want to have you guys here.
What I was planning on doing is driving to it's like a little lake with a trail around it, because I'm going to go for a walk before I go back and I have to work today.
Yeah. So it's a lake. We're not on the ocean. The place you're walking at. Okay.
But I can pull out. What can I pull out here? I'm gonna pull out here and show you something.
Okay. Sounds good to me. I'm in no rush to get anywhere. I'm traveling for fun, just for leisure. So yeah, not in a rush. Wherever I end up, I end up. So this was the Goleta. Do you live here or do you live in Santa Barbara?
Goleta.
Goleta.
I live just over there.
Okay. Oh, okay. This is a beautiful area. Just like ocean and then mountains.
Try to find you something that's really beautiful.
Yeah. Nice golf.
Offshore oil
Yeah.
there. Platforms pull into that space right there.
Yeah.
And they process it, but not anymore because about 3 years ago we had a onshore oil spill.
Yep.
Just on that Gaviota coast. Just shared with you, and the pipes have been shut down, so nothing's moving right now.
Okay. Yeah. Is the general consensus from the town that they want oil industry around here for jobs and stuff?
Split.
Oh, it's split, yeah.
100% split.
And like pretty close, kind of 50-50.
It depends on how you ask the question.
Okay, yeah, I guess.
You know, I think there's a lot of pull towards renewable energy personally. But if you go north where we were, you get a different answer.
Yeah.
Where there's more oil up there, actually.
Yeah, okay.
And if you're asking, do we want to shut down a processing facility in town, you'll get a different answer too.
Yeah.
Do you want to turn it off for a second?
Yeah. So the college is close to some bluffs there?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I'm gonna drop you off on some bluffs that head down to the ocean. Gorgeous.
Yeah?
And then,
I'm kind of excited for that. That sounds really nice.
yeah, if you go further south, you'll hit the college.
Yeah.
And do you have food with you?
Yeah, I have enough for tonight. There's not much around there.
I'm gonna point you. I can also take
Okay.
you, but depending on what you want to do.
Okay.
So if your priority is food, I can take you there and point you back,
Yeah.
and you can walk back.
Okay.
If your priority is
Find a place, then
seeing the location,
yeah.
or actually, like, I just pull in, show you, and then drop you, and then
Mhm. How far away from the bluffs would you say the places where there's food are? Just walking distance.
mile.
A mile. Okay, that's not bad.
I'm happy to drive you. It's on my way.
Oh, I really appreciate that. You're kind of going out of your way to
Yeah.
help me out, show me a few things. So that's really nice of you.
So here you have the
Golf course here.
golf course.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna hit. So there's been a lot more development up in here, so that's just one thing to
Mhm.
know. So there's gonna be a development. This is gonna be the last one right there.
Okay. Like another resort type thing, or
Just
just like a residential development.
yeah. And then that's the last development.
Yeah.
For a little bit, and then you're in a. These are bluffs. Just right on the
Like, if you
edge
just
back
over that ridge
that's
there?
the ocean.
Okay.
And if you're wanting, if you'd rather, I can drop you at food, and then you can walk back.
Okay. Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Right?
Yeah, I need to get something for. All right, I can get by with what I have in my bag, but I wouldn't mind.
Having a hot meal.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give you options.
Sure.
There's a grocery store.
Grocery store.
There's a sushi place. It's actually my
Sushi
favorite
place.
sushi place, and one of my favorites in town. It's very
Really?
simple.
Yeah. Is it like a higher end
not.
place cost wise, or is it
No.
pretty? Oh, actually,
College kids go there, but it's good.
yeah.
There's a, pho noodle.
Okay, yeah, pho, yeah. Pho.
Vietnamese noodle.
Yeah. I got in trouble for that one time from a Vietnamese person.
I know,
I just
you're
called it
supposed to
pho,
say,
and then they're like, "It's pho."
I know,
I'm like,
but it sounds
okay.
bad. So there's a noodle place.
Yep.
There's a, gosh, I don't eat out very much.
Yeah. You know what?
And then there are other places
Yeah.
that you could just, I can drop you at there's like a little mall that you can
Mhm.
drive around so you can see how far I'm going here.
Yeah. Yeah, that's totally walkable.
Yeah, they just fixed that, so it's
Mhm.
much more walkable now.
And just as an outsider, how's the community around here? Pretty decent area.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is, we owned in Santa Barbara.
Yep.
Yeah. Loved it, but decided to move out a little bit further.
Yep.
So we're basically on the edge now of town, just quiet, coyotes at night.
Yeah.
So this little town that we're in is called Goleta.
Goleta, okay.
And it's, it's this big old town that's growing, and it's starting to experience those growing pains.
Yeah. Okay.
But Santa Barbara itself can't really grow. Like there's not much more you can do with it,
Mhm.
because as I said, it was really constrained by the mountains and the ocean.
Yeah.
So the growth is pushing out this way.
Yeah, that makes sense.
All right. So here's what we're gonna have. There's a sushi place right here.
Yep. Itsuki. Yeah.
There's actually, this is how I'm going to do it, because otherwise it's going to get squirrely.
Sure.
So that's the sushi place. This is the kind of grocery store. Albertsons is right
Oh,
there.
okay, yeah, perfect. It's kind of got everything I could ever need in this area.
Yeah.
Grocery store, restaurants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Pretty set.
there are a handful of restaurants. Oh, you know what?
Mm-hmm.
There's one place that we do eat sometimes. It's the Hollister Brewing Company, so they have local
Yeah.
brew and like organic beef burgers.
Okay.
We eat that stuff. And that's pretty good. And then I think there's some stuff right on the other side here.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sure I'll find a few things here. It's a pretty aggressive speed bump.
I want you to slow down.
Yeah.
Right in front of the
Police department.
There's another sushi place, but don't eat there.
Oh, it's a movie theater. What are people lining up for?
Kahuna Grill Bakery. Okay, so the brew house, and I'm sure they have other things. They
Yeah.
have, like, chicken pot pies and stuff
Mm-hmm.
like that. It's right down here, and that's probably where I'll probably drop you in this zone because it's just safer.
Okay.
Unless you want me to take you to the grocery store.
No, just anywhere here. Find a place to park, pull over. I do a lot of walking.
Okay.
Now, I'm not sure if you or your husband would be interested in kind of the live stream or anything I'm producing,
Yeah.
but maybe since he's done it, he might be interested.
Yeah, he sure would.
So this is a card,
Thanks.
where the website where I'm live streaming at, and contact info and all that. Maybe you'd like to check it out.
Indeed. Okay.
All right.
Don't eat at
Perfect.
Chili's. That's not,
Not
for
good.
you.
Yeah.
That's a little too high end for you. But that Hollister you might
Okay.
find good.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe the pho or
Okay,
sushi.
so if that's the case, I'm gonna walk. I can take you.
I haven't decided yet. I'm just gonna probably get out here.
So the noodle
Think about
place just is across the street.
Okay. And then the sushi one's back over
The
there.
sushi's
Yeah.
back there.
Perfect. We're
Okay.
kind of in between the two. One other thing, I'm trying to document as much the different types of people that pick me up. Would you mind getting a picture with me?
Sure.
Is that something you're comfortable with? Yeah. Just a quick picture. Thank you so much.
All right.
You helped me out a ton, so I really appreciate
Yeah.
that.
Good luck. Thank you.
Yeah. Have a nice evening.
Yeah.
Are you still going on your walk? Yeah. Well, have a nice walk.
Thanks. What's the back of your thing say?
The back of my sign, actually, two girls that picked me up made this sign. Not a murderer. I mostly use this sign. It's a bit more inviting.
Yeah. Right.
Just more, yeah, letting them know where I'm going rather than I'm not a murderer. Murder. All right.
All right, kiddo. Good luck.
Yeah, I'll need all the luck I can get.
Okay.
Thanks again.
All right.
See ya. What a nice girl. What a nice lady. Alright, I think that's the last ride of the night, everyone. This is no longer a hitchhiking stream. This is now probably a social eating stream. And I'll probably say goodbye because, again, I don't live stream my camping. Alright. We made it to Santa Barbara, kinda. Yeah, so I gotta figure out what I want to do. If I want to actually get a proper meal or just go stuff from the grocery store. And then I'll be finding a place to camp. I got another hour and a half of daylight. Another hour of sun. public ED stream as great as the one with Marcos. Yeah. I probably should have kept you guys around later than I was, because once the concert finished in Sausalito, like all the patrons left, so the bar was closing, but then all the band members, we were just chilling in the back. They were counting their money, and the restaurant gave everyone food, so we were like eating past, hanging out with the with the band, counting money. I should have kept it up for that, so I'm sorry that I turned it off a little earlier. Oh yeah, when I muted the camera and stuck the camera in my crotch, sorry, she was telling me one about places to camp, which we did talk about while the audio was on, but she also said that she would have offered me a place to stay, but her husband is out of town, the one that's done a bunch of traveling, and he wouldn't be okay with her offering a random hitchhiker a place at their house since she's alone. She just didn't want to, I don't know, advertise that on stream. But I think that's still okay for me to say, because no one knows where she lives, or no one really knows who she is, so I think that's fine. Oh yeah, we got a little host.